Now, I want to tie that into this concept, right? I want to tie this into this concept. Has anyone heard of the concept of John Henryism? Anybody? Put yes or no in the chat for me. Who's heard of the concept of John Henryism or understands it? All right. So now, why this is important for all Black people to understand is because John Henryism was first postulated by an amazing Black brother, by I think it's Sherman James, Dr. Sherman James. Dr. Sherman James in the 70s started to assess disease and Black people and started to look at what was the key fundamental issue. Later on, he set the foundation for the scientific understanding of the correlation between disease and poverty. If it wasn't for this man, we will still be in the dark about it. He doesn't get his props, but I'm here to shout his name from the top of the rooftop because his extensive study on John Henryism is important, very, very important for us to understand the condition that we're in. A study on hypertension found that Black men living in high stress environments, high unemployment, high crime, low income, had higher blood pressure than those living in low stress environments. The relationship between environmental stress and blood pressure was not found in white men. I wonder why. Life's quite easy when you don't have racism kicking you in the face every day, right? It's a bit more easier for you to navigate. But this is a problem because essentially what this study is explaining to us is that because of the low income situations that we are in, we do not prioritize health within our natural way because of the environment. So I didn't grow up learning balanced diet. I didn't grow up learning to prioritize water over juice. I didn't grow up understanding the value of exercise, portion control, vegetables. Vegetables was a side piece, if at all it was available. You understand what I'm saying to you, right? So I grew up where all the men in my family, all the women in my family were big in size, all of them. So I thought that was normal. I thought that was gonna happen to me when I got older. I said, hey, it's just the cycle of life. But we start now through the knowledge and science to understand intimately what the problem is. Values, beliefs, cultures, and norms, right? So John Henryism, basically, I'll give you the backstory quickly. The backstory behind John Henryism is that back in Jim Crow South, there was a Black guy that basically was fighting against the Industrial Revolution, meaning that they wanted to bring in machines. Back then, machines is like, coal machines, things that use coal versus electricity and stuff like that, to build tunnels, to build the railway lines. And in true union fashion, without losing their job, he postulated that he can get the job done faster than the machine can. Laughably, the white people was like, all right, go ahead. Try if you like to. The end result is he does it. He beats the machine in terms of time, efficiency, and everything else like that, but dies straightly after. Why is he dying? Because exhaustion kills. And typically 99% of my clients are exhausted from working constantly, not enough work-life home balance, too much stressful situations, too much trauma happening in their life. And then there was another man by John who had the same name, who was a slave, built up his self to get out of slavery, bought some land, right? And started cultivating the land. He worked day and night to pay off the slave owners the debt he owed. He worked so hard day and night that they had to remove half of his stomach, spleen, all of these things because he died of overexhaustion to the body. So John Henryism is telling us that scientifically Black people are predisposed to a much more dangerous fatalities when it comes to our lifestyle. Hence why cardiovascular issues, diabetes, all these things run in our situation because of social economical factors. Okay, we dive deep into that. James suggested that high blood pressure was a response to active coping styles used by some Black men who tried to change their environment. They've made the system so inhabitable for Black people that even in all your efforts to change, you got to be mindful about your health because you will die in the process. That's how bad it is. So you have to really assess that. I don't care how ambitious you are. I don't care how much you want for yourself in life. My Nigerian brothers have a great saying, and it goes like this: I cannot come and kill myself. Okay. So shout out to my Nigerian brothers out there that always tell me, Joe, I cannot come and kill myself. Yeah, I'm not here for that. Yeah, and they've got another term that we've now adopted called soft life. Yeah, we like soft life. We're not here to kill ourselves to prove that we are worthy. Okay, but even though the study was initially done on Black men, this correlates to Black women heavily because Black women are using food and medication. It's unreal. Let's say in 100 women I would see in a couple of months, at least 70% is on some form of medication. Of women are over 50, and this goes from psychological medication all the way to high blood pressure. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So these things are alarming because we're not passing on the education down the line. And this is why I changed my work a little bit. I'm like, I need practical ways to get my people on the right track. I do not just want to stimulate people with information. That is not my interest. My interest is how do we do something about it? Because we can complain. You know, Black people love to complain. We love it. We can complain more than any other group. But when it comes, okay, you're right, it's the problem. How do we fix it? You start hearing all the other situations involved. Do you understand what I'm saying, right?